This is Snakes and Otters, a pointless discussion of eternal questions. Get ready. We're about to live in your head rent-free.
Hello, Otterites.
I am Martin.
And I'm Robert.
I'm Francis.
I'm Marcus.
And I'm Cajun, and I'm still not sure I'm in the right dimension yet.
It's been a little odd, hasn't it?
It has.
It
It
has,
has.
It's good to have you back again.
It is.
Brother
Amen.
Andre's not with us. He's proselytizing amongst the Canadians.
Well, kidnapped by raging hordes of Tim Horton loving Canadians. Yeah.
So he's doing his best to hang in there. He's kind of
Yeah, he misses us. He told me before that he wasn't going to be able to make it. He said, "Man, I love those days when we record."
Yeah.
So.
I mean, if they don't let him loose soon, we can always mount a rescue mission.
yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll
I mean,
make it.
yeah, we go
Andre is worth it. Absolutely, he's
It's
our
not
bud.
hard to cross the river up there.
I mean, we could always just, check off that bring Canada into the fold
There's some
item
nice-
on the
At the
list.
same time as Greenland.
Well,
Yeah.
there's some nice whorehouses there in Winchester.
Of course,
I
the
would-
Imperator would know that.
I would not.
I'll need those addresses for when I go
Well,
up that
you
way
lived there
next.
for years. Well, not Winchester, but Detroit.
Where's Winchester?
Isn't it across the
Windsor.
That's Windsor.
Windsor, sorry.
Okay, well, I'll
Windsor.
still
I'm
need
not a
those
Canadian.
addresses when you get a
Right.
moment.
It's a
See,
British
wait,
thing
wait,
that begins with
yeah.
a W.
When
Windsor.
Journey sings about South Detroit, that's really Windsor, Ontario.
Yeah,
Oh,
pretty much.
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a whole nother level of trust to go to one of those with your spouse than just the strip club.
I have to
But
say
anyway,
this.
if this goes on much longer, hey Canadians, zip your poutine holes and give Andre back. We need
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, that's the whole
I
point.
am-
yes.
Yeah.
Well, if you and me cross the border, they're not going to do nothing but run anyway.
I think we got him, brother.
Yeah,
We're
well,
gonna go get brother Andre.
They'll hand him over and apologize for the whole thing.
I'll just growl at them and they'll weep and fall to their knees.
That's
Yeah,
right.
most likely, yes.
Crying their Tim Hortons over the hockey game too. But anyway, we need you, brother Andre. Come back soon.
Yeah, because
Yes,
you keep
you're-
the conversation elevated at least a little
Yeah,
bit.
you're a role model for the rest of us. He doesn't like.
Well,
it
he
when we-
tries not
when
to
we
let us
talk
get
like that.
too out of control.
Yeah.
This is true.
Yeah.
I think that's directed at two of us more than some of you.
He's kind of like when the little kids go bowling and they have to put the little bumpers.
Oh, he's
up.
the bumper lane.
He's the bumper.
He's the bumper
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Though I do think I confuse him sometimes.
Honestly,
Wow.
though, it's
Hey,
not
hey,
difficult.
you confuse me sometimes.
Well, and
We
to be
love-
fair,
we love you, Cajun, brother.
Brother Andre, I'm not saying Brother Andre lived a sheltered life.
Touch naive though.
Well, compared to us, yes.
Innocent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean compared. Yeah,
He's an innocent young man.
He is. Like I said before the first show
He
today.
definitely thinks the best of all.
He
Yeah, he
does.
does.
I like having him around because it reminds me of how I'm supposed to be. you know?
He is one of my heroes.
I do the opposite.
Yes.
I like having him around to remind me to go the opposite direction.
Well, whatever works for you, man. Whatever works for you. So today is Code of Honor. And we're here in Studio R in the newly redecorated atrium, which
Yes.
is
Very nice, very nice.
Thanks to
Nice.
Mrs. Robert for allowing and welcoming us into,
Yes.
into
Yes.
what's usually her space, right?
Yes.
And it's sunny today and getting up close to 70, mid 60s, and
yeah.
getting a little warm in here with all the nice
Nice day.
windows and stuff.
It is.
Heck of a view here. Very nice room.
Yeah. The only bad thing about it's in the perfect spot because it gets that early morning and late afternoon sun. It's great, but it gets tad warm in here.
yeah.
You need some
so-
custom blinds for up there.
Yeah, that's the.
But like you said, it gets the morning sun. Afternoon sun and evening sundown, you would be barbecuing.
Yes. So,
Still
anyways,
need to get out here and help you take this pool.
we do. When I saw the Imperator pulling up in a truck, I thought, "Oh man, if I'd known, we'd have been doing other stuff
Yeah,
today."
we've been throwing
Well,
junk
I
in
was
the back
just,
of that.
that curiously
F-150.
crossed my mind if the pool was actually going to make it another season or not.
No, we have. I've gotten Mrs. Robert to agree that the pool is done.
Can we blow it up?
Of
No,
course
not
you would
blow
ask
it up.
that.
Oh,
He likes blowing things
Can
up.
we use
He's actually very
sledgehammers
good
and
at it
axes
too.
on it?
So
it's
yeah,
been a
If
while.
not the pool, then certainly the deck.
And basically, you need a pump. You got to pump all the water out.
I got. Well, I mean,
Don't.
Well, a sledgehammer or
Side
axe will
of it
take
with
care
an
of that.
axe.
yeah, I mean a hole in the bottom of the pool.
Yes,
Really.
I mean, yes, a hole, but you want some control over where all this is going.
But
right?
please do
Yeah,
the
ideally,
hole and
yes.
let it drain before we actually get to the cleanup, taking it down.
Oh,
part, so
yes,
we're not
yes.
wallowing around
Don't
in
you have a
mud.
riding mower?
Exactly.
What?
Don't you have a riding mower?
No.
No. Okay. Well, bring your riding mower over. We'll drive it right into the side.
Or
Or
We can film this.
or you bring
or-
your tractor.
the man could rent a
There
pump.
you go, with the
and
bucket
pump
and
the
so
water
forth.
out, so it's not a giant mess. Some of
what
us,
the hell's the fun in that?
because some of us can act like we have some sense.
Some of us.
Some
That
of us.
doesn't get views.
That's not why it's going.
I think the man, he's not worried about views. He's worried about cleaning up this mess.
Yes.
So,
Anyways, code of
But he
honor.
does have a point with publicity.
Yes.
Yes,
Makes
true.
Not go crazy.
Well, if I really want that, I can set up the camera, take an axe,
Get
and
some
just
back-
chop at the
baklava.
bottom of the pool, and
We probably can't shoot firearms in your backyard here in the city, can we?
no.
well, you can do anything. The question is
Yeah.
whether or not you're willing to live with the consequences.
They'll show up. They've got that
Yeah,
microphone thing
Hey,
going
we
on.
could use a ghetto silencer.
can't discharge
that's
within,
2-liter bottle there.
filled with steel wool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
22s. See how many holes we put in there and how fast it drains?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the water's good backstop. It ain't going to go anywhere else.
Right, right. Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's 28 feet across. That's a lot of backstop.
Shotgun with sodium slugs.
We'll have to debate this a little bit more. Hang to, naughty rats. You never know what might happen.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's true. In this
I
group,
think you could probably settle for a pellet gun and take care of that.
And sodium.
Oh, CO2 pellet gun. They're like a little machine guns sometimes.
Potassium.
yeah. I mean, if we're gonna do it, we're gonna want to do something with fun. You know.
Yeah.
Potassium. That'll do it.
I am. No offense, but almost every time you make a suggestion, that immediately goes to the bottom of my list.
I was going to say, he started this.
He's talking about explosions. I'm talking about controlled demolition.
Oh, I have some tannerite.
Oh yeah.
Why don't you guys just get some
Put some
C4?
targets right on the side of it.
Well, the C4 has it's marked nowadays. They have small plastic things in there so they can trace it.
Yeah, no, I realize that.
Tannerite is-
What do you care?
If
It's
we
my
did
house.
it around the 4th of July, we can claim fireworks.
Yes, it was a fireworks.
I'd like it to be
accident.
gone.
That
well
could be
before
your
then.
celebration.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
It's a fireworks accident.
Okay, so today's quote.
You can rent a pump at Home Depot.
Yes,
And get the water.
I've got a small one, but it would take forever, and I got to get a hose
Oh, we can
for it
claim
anyway.
it's
Stick of
a
dynamite.
neighborhood celebration of the 250th anniversary.
And that's
Yes,
true. Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Dynamite.
I'm trying to keep his neighbors. Oh, the
Road flare.
road flares.
Yeah, the road
Look,
flares.
Road
yeah.
flares. Yes,
Yeah,
that's right.
yes.
We thought
So-
they were road flares, officer.
So the you boys ain't from around here, are you?
Harlan County.
G.K. Chesterton is the source of the quote. I do not have the work, but the man did so many books
Yeah.
and articles. It's just an incredible amount of
top level Catholic theologian type.
well,
person.
not even just theology. I mean, he did societal stuff. He did political.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
he covers the breadth of early 20th century social, political, religious commentary.
He was a very
Excellent.
broad thinker. I mean, he
Yes.
wasn't just doing it from a Catholic point of view in a sense. I think he was doing it more from a very broad overall sense in a lot of things and taking into account the different factors.
So this one, like I said in the show prep, I think this is one we're all going to have fun with, mainly because we're probably going to agree that we can come up with all kinds of examples of the of where this is a true thing. So it's a very simple quote: "Tolerance is the virtue of the man without convictions."
Oh. Well, that's
Oh.
speaking of dynamite in the pool.
Yes, being dynamite in the pool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tolerance is the virtue of a man without convictions.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So the tolerant man is somebody that doesn't give a rat's ass one way or the other.
Well, yeah, it's a
Um,
statement
well, no,
against
they're just
moral
willing to put up
relativism.
with
Yes, exactly. It's a
yes.
statement against moral relativism. Because you got to remember his, where he's coming from in the time. It's definitely. I don't have a date on it because this could still be multiple decades he could have written this, but first half of the 20th century for sure.
Well, common man translation. A man that has no ideals is a man that stands for nothing, or however you want to phrase it too. Or no
Man that stands for
belief.
anything stands for nothing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those who will fall for, won't fall for anything, fall for anything. No, wrong. Sorry.
Yes, anything we fall
at
for
that,
anything
yeah.
will fall for anything. Yes.
Yeah.
If you stand for nothing, you'll fall for
Which
anything.
we know P.T. Bonham loved those kind of people.
Yes.
A sucker
Um,
bone every minute.
In a way, this is kind of a gimme to this group because obviously,
Yeah, I mean, within a minute, we slammed that one over the net.
right. But what I think is interesting is that this quote is a century old, at least.
Mhm.
I find the word tolerance to be the money shot with this. that word.
Francis said money shot.
I know that tolerance, what G.K. Chesterton meant, does not have the connotations, the baggage that it does today.
Okay, define it for that time period compared to today's time period.
Well, it's not that far off, mind you, but tolerance I'm thinking that Chesterton meant political or religious tolerance. I don't think he meant social or cultural or at the moment.
But did society then have any less society tolerances than today, but just in a different format, covering
I
different
think the
things?
technological developments that have happened since the advent of the smartphone have made this a very different conversation than what he
Honestly, I don't know that I agree. I think because I think it's all wrapped together.
Oh, goodness. I think I'm going to fall down and grab Robert over there on this one.
Because I don't
It's
think
just different factors.
Yeah, I think you can't really disassociate whether it be politics, societal commentary, or even religious from this, because I think none of them operate in a vacuum. They're all interlocking, especially when you bring faith into it, because for most, especially at this time, that still would have been the foundation of all their beliefs.
Yeah, now the smartphone I'll give you, it's like throwing gasoline on a fire. It spreads it fast, it spreads it wider, it's out there so easily.
It creates
nowadays.
tolerance by making it omnipresent.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's kind of where I'm going. I'm gonna steal from Martin here on this one here. In a day and an age where a young lady taking a bath in Cheerios gets millions of hits,
Really? I haven't seen this one.
anything is
With or
possible.
without milk.
In
With
the milk.
It was
Oh, okay. I was just trying to
Fruit
figure.
Loops. It
You're
was.
looking
It
at
wasn't
Fruit Loops,
Cheerios,
right,
it was
you missed
Fruit
Fruit Loops.
Definitely looking at a yeast infection there.
See, now the Fruit Loops, at least that's at least colorful. The Cheerios, well, that's kind of bland. But
You're
maybe
right. Well,
it's,
I was reaching back to what he had said. He's used this on several occasions as a commentary, in my opinion, on the moral bankruptcy of.
turpitude.
Ooh, go ahead, give yourself a button there, buddy.
blindness.
Word
Yeah.
boner.
Absolutely, moral turpitude, very much so. I'll use this phrase somewhat lightly, but somewhat ironically, TikTok generation.
Yep.
You know how we can fix TikTok?
Oh, please tell me.
All of us have to do is get on it and call it cool.
Yep.
Nobody
Wow.
wants to
Yeah.
If all the parents would just get on
The
TikTok,
radiance of the
it would
brilliance of
destroy it.
You're exactly right. Just
I
like you
mean-
did with Facebook, because
Exactly.
Facebook became the old people's thing. Wow.
Well, I mean,
But
that-
that happens
bow
to
to the
everything in every
master.
generation as it faces out. Look at MySpace and going on and here and there.
Yeah,
the,
I mean,
the advent of the internet, and in regards to this quote, okay, the perfect example of this is Rule 34.
define, please.
Gibbs?
You guys aren't familiar with Rule 34 of the internet?
Define, please.
Oh, I was thinking
Oh,
Gibbs,
okay. Here, I'll
NCIS.
do the quote.
I thought maybe it meant
I'll do
rule
the
of
quote.
acquisition.
If it exists,
Ferengi.
there's porn of it.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
that
Yeah,
rule.
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
Well,
I
that's
mean,
right.
that's what I say. I think, yes, the computer age, internet, it's more out there, it's more varied, but it's always been there in the shadows in one form or another. I mean, the
Oh, I
penny
don't
novels, the
disagree.
writings, I mean,
I think it's changed so
paintings.
much.
Well,
it's made it more accessible, easier to achieve, but it's always been out there
It's-
in one
So in
form
other words,
or
where you
another.
had before, you had only those with a modicum of talent that were able, or a connection, to be able to put their
No, no.
gas out there. Now anybody can.
no, or money, i.e.,
Well, that's
Epstein.
Essentially that. Yes, that's correct.
I mean, you had this whole
To get the
cabal
channel,
of
you gotta-
child molestation.
Yeah, but there
went
was a
on
lot
for-
of
that
bad
went on
things going
forever.
on too that was overlooked back in certain days and times and
Yes,
so
yeah.
Well,
forth. That,
back then, a lot of stuff that we would call bad things today, they didn't call bad then. That's,
Right.
you know.
Some of it, and a lot of it very much was something that polite society could not handle. But
Mhm.
because technology was not present to the extent that it is today, it's
Which-
easy to cover it up.
Well, yeah,
Easy to
well,
burn the
yeah.
evidence. Where now, once the video's out there,
Well, yeah.
it's everywhere.
Well, I mean, the Kennedy administration, the press covered it up. For most
Yes, the entire administration.
Well, no.
Well,
Kennedy's,
Kennedy's sexual peccadillos.
Sexual peccadillos.
That's right.
But there have been lots of things over the course of time that, because the media at the time chose not to air it, i.e., Truman, and the fact that he was in a wheelchair, and
Roosevelt.
Roosevelt.
Yeah,
Was it Roosevelt?
Yeah,
Okay,
it was
one
Roosevelt.
of them.
That's right.
But that nowadays everything makes it out there.
In
We're
other words,
overwhelmed.
the
with-
power
with
of the
information.
press
Yeah,
has
that-
been
the-
has been
Yeah.
the
Everything's
need,
the press.
need
neuter's been neutered. The
the
press has
need
been
for
neutered.
clicks. The need for clicks
Yes.
overwhelms the discretion that journalists used to exercise.
Easily.
Because
I mean, would
clicks
you-
equals income.
well,
Yeah,
clicks
well,
to
So this is
see-
financial.
But you,
Well,
you've
no,
got to
it's-
be
it's
first.
We
temporary
are the
thing.
Ferengi.
There's so many more outlets. You've got to distinguish yourself from the other outlets by being
Yes.
first or being the most outrageous,
Outrageous,
or
yeah.
whatever. But so
So let me ask this.
Okay,
to
yeah.
kind of clarify, I think where you're going.
yeah,
Are you saying that the need to be outrageous is why there is tolerance is the virtue of the man without conviction? Because you have to be tolerant of all of the idiocy, inequities,
Perversion.
no,
perversions.
No, I've got something for you. I got something for you.
Not even
To make
perversion,
the
5
outrage
minutes of fame
possible.
This generation nowadays, the younger people, they want
So-
their 5 minutes of fame. That's
Yeah.
what they strive
30
for. That's
seconds
what
of
they're
yeah,
addicted
by
to.
any means necessary.
By any means necessary.
That's legal.
Yeah,
well,
not always illegal.
Well,
but
right.
there's a term, a phrase out there that has some currency, and it's called toxic empathy, or suicidal empathy.
it's something that's come about recently. if I
Yeah,
recall
it's
correctly.
kind of this current moment, this idea that people without a foundation of some sort have been browbeaten into accepting the outrageous.
Mhm.
And
A
so,
sideshow.
yeah, so that things that in the past would have been common sense, that you would have thought,
Mhm.
okay, no, I'm not going along with that.
Not going to eat a
But-
Tide Pod?
But we've been told that if you don't accept whatever this person is doing, well, you're a meanie and you're horrible and you're a fascist and you're a racist.
Yep.
Don't forget bigot.
And nobody likes to be called those things, which is cool. I mean, that's right. We don't want to be called. We don't think of ourselves in those terms, so we don't want to be called that. So this idea that this empathy for these things, these behaviors, has become essentially toxic to just having some common sense in the world.
Mhm.
And Chesterton, I mean, I give him a ton of credit here. He is seeing this 100 years before the internet age, basically.
Mhm.
He is seeing that, if you don't have some kind of foundation, then you get kind of this pushed into a corner of, well, yeah, I guess it's okay.
Well,
Foundation beyond the self.
because I think that
a moral, sensical foundation.
Okay.
I mean, there was a point in history where we as a society would have said, no, the 6'4" dude is not to be allowed in a woman's changing room. No matter what he thinks he might be,
Mhm.
no matter if he's taking some medication that changes his chemical hormonal balance. But a guy with 5 o'clock shadow with long hair and lipstick is not to be allowed in a woman's changing place, in a woman's,
Safe space.
safe space.
Mhm.
But now we are told, well, you're a meanie for that. You're a horrible person. Look, you can be. Most people are of the mind. Look, you do whatever you do. We don't care. You do you. I don't need to live in your world, though.
I think that's the way it used to be. I'm not sure currently.
Right. That's the
Yeah.
thing. I mean,
There is a battle that
most
is taking
people-
place right now.
Everybody must conform.
I don't. Well, I think that's been the. I think that has been the general consensus throughout all of human history. The question is, who's setting the definition of what they have to conform to?
Yeah.
and that's that's where we're different.
Right. Exactly.
But I would
Well,
say that
for the variety of different things everybody's
Well,
wanting to
yeah,
conform to
but
these days.
I would say that throughout history, most of the time, any society has never been willing to say "you do you." I think that's a relatively new thing. I think that is a reaction to things like
Yeah.
the
Okay,
6 4
sure.
because that's in a way that's recognition of we are either losing or have already lost
Yeah.
that battle. It's trying to maintain what, and I'm not a big fan of this phrase in general, but in this case it fits, our own safe space.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, and that's how you find a balance to this word tolerance. Because tolerance is a shade of meaning thing. Because tolerance could mean we accept you, or tolerance could mean, well, we're just not going to shoot you. Because I mean, there's societies even today that not only are you going to be ostracized for certain behaviors, hey, we're going to line you up against the wall and shoot you.
Or cut your head off.
Yeah, cut your head off.
I'll stone you.
Yeah, or
Well,
stone you.
I mean,
So, I mean, tolerance is one of those words that's kind of loaded in shades of meaning,
Well, one of
but
the,
it's tolerance, a balancing act of, again, it's a free society, whatever.
that's the
but
word.
Don't
I
make me
think-
live in your delusion.
Freedom.
well, I mean, but what we're looking at though is that the tolerance changing over the year. Back in the 50s, you couldn't have an interracial marriage; it wasn't tolerated. Now it is.
Now you would get at least one of you would get lynched.
Yeah, but back then, yeah.
Yes.
But now, I mean, we've got.
I'd say it's
We've
more
got
tolerated now.
Yes,
I
it
won't
is.
say it's tolerated everywhere.
No, it's not. But we have same-sex marriages are tolerated now,
Promoted.
promoted. Saying, me coming out and saying, I don't even have to change anything. Just say I'm a woman. I'm supposed to be accepted as a woman. Period. But now, if I say I am another race,
That's
still
that's
not
that's a
tolerated.
little problematic still.
That's
Yeah.
still not tolerated. But I can change my color. I can
Yeah.
change the way I talk. I can change all that. Rachel Dolezal, whatever, did all that.
Very good example.
There's a woman in Germany who's been doing it for years.
What was the politician from Washington? I think it was.
That was Dolezal.
Rachel Dolinson.
Was it- okay, I was
Yeah,
thinking
she
somebody
was
else.
with-
Well, she was a
politician.
reporter, yeah.
She was with the.
She was like PMS NBC or something.
No, she wasn't a reporter. She was.
PMS.
Now I can't think of the organization. That she was NAACP.
That's right.
She was with the NAACP.
Yes, she was.
Yeah.
I think this thing, an interesting example of something I was thinking about when Martin was talking. I think because you're talking about that shades of meaning.
Yeah.
So tolerance, as he says, is the virtue of the man without convictions. I think the way you were talking about you do you, just leave me the hell alone, is on the more expansive side of, or well,
Oh,
less
yeah.
expansive. No, actually,
Yeah.
less
Oh,
expansive. No,
you're
hold
right,
on.
You're right.
Less expansive, so that it's less it's the less tolerant side of what is the preferred definition of those who want to be tolerated is not only must, because this is where the man without convictions, if you have no convictions, you will easily buy into, yes, not only is it okay, but I approve and I applaud.
Yes.
And that I think
And I
is
encourage.
and yes,
Right.
and that I am now an
Right.
ally.
Yes.
Yeah, because again, toleration has that shade of meaning of going all the way from "I'll leave you alone" to "No, you must accept where I think I am."
Yeah.
So toleration, again, it is one of those kind of loaded words.
It is,
and so
and toleration is interesting for this because in our current climate, when we talk about toleration, generally we think of people who are different, but it's also a philosophical and ideological aspect to it. And my pastor points out that people must be tolerated
yes,
because of the inherent dignity.
yeah,
of
the
human
inherent dignity in the human person.
didn't even get that in at all last episode. I feel like I've let the team down here.
No. It just,
Well, that's like
we-
Mrs.
we
Cajun
didn't-
goes,
we
I love
didn't
you, and I
fit.
say, I tolerate you.
Well, yes, there is that. Yeah, that's a entirely different form of toleration. But ideas are what we should be intolerant of, because there are harmful ideas.
Mhm.
That's I admire that of your pastor more than anything he's ever said.
Oh, interesting.
So that's I'm ready to sign that 100%.
Interesting. Now, I thought that might get a little bit more contentiousness from you, only because, being the group that we are, the background that we come from, and the whole point of being Snakes and Otters is that discussion of ideas.
Mhm.
Of course, now you can only decide whether or not an idea is a good idea or a bad idea through discussing it. Although some
Exactly.
ideas I think should be
You
evidently
try it.
or try it. Yes.
I mean, a lot of the
Self-evident.
Yeah,
a lot of the
self-evident, yeah.
imperators' ideas, we have to put a pin in
Yes.
and hold on to those for just a moment.
Mhm.
But that's okay. He's fine with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just the Imperator likes to throw in the stick of
Keeps me
dynamite
out
into
of-
the lake. Just
Keeps me out of the hospital on occasion.
Road flares.
the dynamite works better for the fishing.
No. FBI's got to be calling us soon.
Mm.
They're definitely road flares.
Well, we'll just invite Cash Patel over for a beer. We know he drinks beer, so
Mhm.
I think we'll be all right.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyways, yes.
Chesterton intolerance. So this again, it's kind of a term of currency out there. This idea that toxic empathy or suicidal empathy. There's been some books written.
Yeah, you
about
started
that.
to go down that, but you didn't really delve into what. Let's
It's-
talk about that.
again. It's this idea of you don't have this place to stand, so you're kind of going along with. Well, sure, I've been told that if I don't accept all of these things, I'm a horrible person,
Mhm.
and I don't really know who I am, or I don't have any place to stand. So okay, I'll accept all this stuff.
Mhm.
And then when you get down this road, you find out these things are really bad. And so it's a term kind of currency. Again, there's some books being written, again from people that are kind of the, I guess, inheritors of Chesterton's mantle a little bit.
Okay.
So kind of get out there and take a look at see if you see some books along those lines.
Do you have a
But-
name off the top of your head? Authors.
I think it's Allie Beth Stuckey.
Okay.
Okay, now she's an evangelical, so not a Catholic, but
Still might be worth reading.
Mhm.
it's worth taking a look at. Again, you guys probably won't 100% endorse
Right.
because it is coming in from that more of that kind of evangelical Protestant.
It's not the
view.
source that bothers me. It's the theology behind it that perhaps we might question.
Yeah,
It depends because we
and
don't know what theology.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you
We
have
have
to-
no idea. She may be
But it
spot
is-
on. For
it's
all we
very
know.
much a life. Her perspective is very in tune with a pro-life inherent
Sounds like we
dignity
have
of the
more in
human
common
person.
than we might have less.
Yeah, I do think so, but there will be some point of differences.
Well,
sure.
yeah.
Well-
When we get into issues like the inherent depravity or not of mankind, we will have some differences. But beyond that,
I think most evangelicals are not.
that's right.
No.
That's-
They're not Calvinists.
No, exactly. So that's why I'm thinking we probably got a lot
Yeah,
of that we'll agree on.
but it's interesting because it does tag into this idea like if you don't have some sort of foundation,
Mhm.
whether that foundation is religious or some
Foundation
moral,
beyond the self, because
Yes.
those
some
who
sort of moral compass
Yeah.
of some kind.
those who put forth these ideas, they claim a foundation. It's a foundation of self.
Whatever
self-discovery,
feels good
self,
to me,
uh,
I can do.
That's
Yeah, it's always centered.
it's a hedonistic approach.
Well, you know,
Often,
I'll try anything once, twice if I like it.
see that's
Third time to make sure.
that's
Exactly.
third time to make
hedonism,
sure.
right.
Yeah, but I mean, the foundations are always. There is no single foundation is part of the problem. And that's the
Yeah.
kind of where he's going here, because that's what you're talking about when it's self based.
It's by
problem is that if we went that route for us, there's 5 in
by
this
definition,
room.
it's relative.
Yeah, it's always relative, and
Especially Kentucky.
no, that's Arkansas.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Yeah, it's definitely Arkansas.
Um,
Right. I mean, and listeners don't. I don't want to sound like I'm like the super moral person of this group. I'm certainly not.
Don't kid yourself.
Again, we talk about Brother Andre and what a
Mhm.
great example he is, and I chastise myself regularly for not heeding more of his example. I'm a horrible person. I readily admit.
see the self-chastisement. You are like 90% Catholic
Yeah.
already.
We just need to get you a whip and a chain, cords, and
Yeah.
have you
Maybe
flap
get you
in
a
the
hair
back.
shirt or something.
yeah, we could-
Self-flagellation. Yeah.
I mean, he's probably a better Catholic than I am.
Probably.
Maybe get you some horsehair.
Well, no, not probably is, I would say.
But I mean, I just again, I don't want the listeners to think I'm taking some, holier than thou moral stand.
Well, and also I think
I'm a terrible person, but
you're better than most.
I try to
than me.
find a basis in reality for a moral system that is sensical and like
See, that is
like-
part of the problem.
yeah.
Is that you just talked about a moral system. In today's terminology,
Right. Again,
moral is part of the problem.
is a word like
It's restrictive.
It's
is-
like a turd in a punch bowl.
moral is a word like tolerance. I mean, it's
It's loaded.
It's all relative. yeah.
what's moral to it's like, look,
Your morality
Yeah,
and my morality are very different.
right,
That's what they would say.
down
Like, don't
a
judge me.
down a road of not judging lies Epstein.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
I mean, down a road of
Or Prince Andrew. Or non-Prince Andrew.
former the
the Andrew formerly known as
formerly
Prince.
Yeah,
Rapist formerly known as Prince.
yeah, the artist formerly known as Prince Andrew. There you can't let things get that far before you say stop.
And let's throw something else out here real quick because we didn't do. We usually do this when we stray into such currently
Sure,
hot
sure,
topics.
yep.
Okay, we are not arguing against even the existence of people who are 6'4" biological dudes that
Yes.
think they
No.
are women. All right, that is, and we're not saying something awful should happen to them.
No,
Exactly.
No.
And
Exactly.
unfortunately,
Again,
though,
the
when you
inherent-
say
the inherent dignity of the human person, they have it too.
that's
Well,
right,
now get both sides of do. A 6-foot woman thinks she's a man.
right.
Yes.
Right. Unfortunately, there's far too many guys that would be so, well, sure, let him in, which is part of the problem because that's on the other side of the no convictions,
Mm-hmm.
other than purely self-interest. But part of J.K. Rowling is a great example of this, because she was a darling of the left until.
Until she said, yes, there's a difference between men and women.
And she has a background that has a very solid reason for not wanting biological males in women's changing rooms. And now some have argued whether or not it really is all that bad. And it's like, first of all, who are you to judge her pain?
Yep.
To use your own language.
Yep.
Your trauma is not her trauma. You can't judge her trauma. And I think that's a very,
That's another
I'm
one.
willing to buy that one.
Yeah.
Very much so. And I get that people who struggle with identity, which, we could talk about that a lot because identity, that's a new question for some reason.
Very well phrased. Yes.
But those who struggle with identity, being tolerant to the point of letting you do whatever it is you want to do, that's problematic for a lot of reasons.
Because it isn't really the solution
Right.
a lot of times.
And it's not that whatever you want to do might not be the best thing for you. I don't know, because I don't know what every person who struggles wants to do. But none of us operates in a vacuum.
Yeah. I mean,
And that's the thing. All of those who want tolerance to the point of acceptance act as if they've do everything is in a vacuum that is so totally centered on them. You know, they're the center of the universe.
Yep.
In many ways, it is the this kind of tolerance, which is the kind we are pretty much dealing with today. Tolerance of any kind of identity is probably, I guess, the best way to put it. But it's the ultimate selfishness. It is the ultimate
There's that word.
disrespect for the inherent dignity of human persons. Not that you're disrespecting your own inherent dignity, although some could make an argument for that. I'm not going to touch that myself right now.
Yep. Okay.
But it is disrespecting the inherent dignity of others because you make them a slave to your own desires.
Very well phrased,
Ooh, yes.
Robert.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Handshake.
Yep, that was a good one.
A slave to your own desires.
I mean, the Cajun translation of this to me is basically, which hills are you going to pick to die on?
Yep.
What self values do you have that you will stand tall on it and stand forth?
Mhm.
I mean, some people's values are not good, some people's values are good, but you have to make a choice on what you're going to stand for.
That's very true. You must choose your values. Some you may think are inherently part of you, and I think to a certain degree, on people who are not maladjusted or sociopaths or psychopaths, yes, I think there is a common set. For instance, almost everybody thinks it's a bad thing to murder people, for instance, which is great. That's a good thing. But not all values are held by everybody. Some
No.
people might hold the acquisition of wealth as a higher value than almost anything else.
But
Many
you've
people
got
do
you've
that.
got now these, and I think one of the things he's really expressing here is the idea of situational ethics.
Oh,
And
Ooh,
and
very well
you've
phrased.
got I mean you've got liberals. I'm using this term loosely. Are people on the one side saying that all life is to be treasured, this, that, and the other thing, unless you're being shot by Mangione because you happen to be a healthcare CEO, or you happen to be somebody who's in the other political spectrum, and then it's okay to kill them.
Or in the womb.
well, that's the thing. You could make the similar argument that the other side makes.
Yes,
That
I
yes,
agree.
all life is sacred, especially those in the womb or about to enter the tomb, unless you're some whack job that is doing whatever. I mean, I can't think of a good example off the top of my head, but yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
the-
that's the
the,
important, the distinction being, we'll tolerate until there's a behavior that breaks established law,
or offends us.
and then you have the
Well,
basis
the law
of
is an
which
extension
to
of
make
the
a
offense.
Yeah.
prosecution to separate that person from society. But other than that, knock yourself out.
Freedom is an absolute with simply an asterisk beside it.
Well,
Sounds like what he's saying.
No,
because I don't even think Martin would say that.
No, I know he wouldn't. That's
freedom
why I'm
is
kinda
not
laying it out.
licensed. Freedom is not licensed.
Exactly.
Where we want to. That's what I want to get that clarified
Mhm.
out there, because you could take what you just said as meaning that as freedom as an
But
absolute.
right. I mean, again, though, the toleration has shades, but you're a 6'4" guy with 5 o'clock shadow and a wig and lipstick. As long as you're not breaking a law, I don't have to live in your life. I don't have to live in your delusion, but I don't have any right to impede your life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness.
How very libertarian of you.
Yeah.
But that does carry with it the understanding that law itself is an absolute good.
If there is an unjust law, you cannot change it by obeying the law. Now,
Absolutely.
I'm not saying that.
Slavery was the classic example.
Yeah, that's a great example. Now, I'm not saying that everyone who breaks a law is breaking an unjust law,
That's right.
Right.
Or that
But-
every law is
or that every law is just
It-
because
But again,
of the
I
fact
mean,
that it
you,
exists.
you head down this road, and most people with any sense are like, leave children alone. But there's a segment of society that are like, children should be fair game. These laws about ages of consent are just
Well,
a construct.
if
National
No, dude,
Association
no,
of
no,
Marlon
no,
Brando
no,
lookalikes.
dude. Yeah.
well, if I happen to be a
Nambla, you
quote,
remember?
minor attracted person,
Right. I mean,
that's
they're
the
attempting
thing.
to normalize a
Yes.
behavior that
Uh-huh.
most people find absolutely abhorrent, and there's a
Okay.
reason for that abhorrence.
Well,
We know for sure that you mess with a sexual manner with a small child, that
Yes.
person's going to grow up to
Now,
be
what-
ruined.
What about
harmed.
the individuals that are taking and buying from Temu or what have you these child sex dolls?
Is that not against
Is
the
that-
law here? Child pornography is against the law here.
Child pornography is a different thing.
Well-
a child sex doll is not against the law in the U.S. as far
I
as know.
suspect it's a loophole that will eventually be closed.
Possibly,
Yes.
but it does keep 'em-
Anything that smells of that
but it
will be
hopefully
destroyed.
it hopefully keeps them from screwing kids. That's what a lot of people are saying.
You'll never get that one passed.
Right.
You'll never. The
It's
society will
it's an
weigh in on
enablement.
that.
I mean, it's an enablement. People, they don't stop.
That's right.
I
Yeah,
don't
all
stop
it
I would
does
at those toys.
is give them a safe outlet that will eventually become
the
unsatisfying.
same argument
Good.
is made about child pornography itself too. Even if it
Yeah.
were AI generated, it doesn't matter.
Yes, AI is covered under statute.
That's
Yes,
correct.
Any
AI
So-
any kind of image involving that performance
Mhm.
is illegal, no matter
Our
how it's
society
generated.
And it's
is-
borderline when you have full adults
Yes.
playing
That is correct.
people who are underage
Well,
Yep.
that's legal.
doing sexual
But you
things.
see, that's
I
still
said it's borderline.
borderline.
It
It's
depends on where you're at and
depends
what
on
you're
where.
talking about. because-
Canada, it's extremely illegal for stuff like that. In Canada, it's illegal to have.
Canada's practically illegal to breathe.
Well, yeah.
Well, hell,
I
they're
mean,
even
it's
doing
illegal to
government
have the
assisted
written word.
suicides in Canada now. You can
Yep.
get yourself killed by the Canadian government sooner than you get an MRI for a brain tumor.
Well, yeah, it's shorter waiting line because you have to
Yeah.
get that
Well,
done. You're
they're
done.
encouraging it for poor children in Canada now. Economic problems are a valid reason
E-
for
yeah,
suicide.
I want to
Economic
challenge this because I want you to cite the story that we could look up. You don't have to give me a
Okay.
link. Where the Canadian government has recommended a child be forcefully suicided
Not forcefully, but recommended. It's under
for
their,
children.
their CARE Act.
I would really like
Yeah,
to see
like
that.
that-
You're talking
Because-
about
Show us your work.
genetic
That's right.
malformations and so forth in the womb and stuff,
No,
and
no,
born
I'm
with
talking
like
about-
Down syndrome or
So
something.
you're saying somebody who's
Talking about
living
just
below the
suicide.
poverty line, they would recommend commit suicide,
Yeah.
For that
even a
reason.
child.
For that reason.
The MAID,
Fascinating.
they call it
Oh, that's it.
MAID.
I hadn't had that one.
Yeah, that's kind of
no.
on the internet
was
right
gonna
now.
say, lay
this-
that- lay
this
that one-
idea
well-
of MAID is
Yeah, it's
Lay this
Canadian
out for us,
law.
Robert. Excuse me, Martin. I'm assuming you got some knowledge of what we're talking about here.
just I've just seen that term a bunch on the internet
all right.
about
Very interesting because that is a
that
Yeah.
any kind of health issue that you feel you don't want to face, you can apply for this MAID.
Okay, that's what
well,
I
yeah,
was
but that is
referring
the
to as
self
a government
doing that.
adult assisted suicide.
right.
Yeah.
That's a health issue.
Yeah, and that
No,
is
it's
also
talking
but
about
it's
an
not
economic-
necessarily
No,
a
it's not.
fatal health issue.
not necessarily.
no.
You're right, but
Right.
it's
They'll go
still
beyond that, too.
self-generated. The
But an
self
economic
decides that.
status is not a health issue.
I know, but that's what I want him to like you. I want him to put that out there and let's
While you are looking,
And, well,
validate that.
we are 40
Yeah,
plus
we
minutes
gotta-
in.
'cause I already
So-
finished this.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to have to add a little bit here to move on here. All right, so
Now, may
I-
bourbon break.
I
Okay,
exercise
bourbon
self.
break.
Bourbon break.
Mine
Okay,
down.
go for it.
Sorry. I do not want to talk of that on bourbon break. No, that's for after the.
Literally put a pin in that. We'll come back to
Yes.
it.
Yeah, hold that thought,
Uh-huh.
but this time you can actually hold it, not throw it out like we usually mean.
We are all drinking the same thing this time.
Yes. So Martin, in his and Mrs. Martin's great moment of generosity and clarity of
Yeah, this was incredible. Last weekend, our routine is basically Jesus chicken for breakfast and then the grocery store
on Saturdays.
on Saturdays.
Okay.
And Jesus Chicken, of course, is Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, Christian chicken, Jesus chicken, whatever you'd like for it to be called.
Quite delicious chicken, I would say.
And
Raising Cane's is better.
I'm a Zaxby's man.
all good, but That's kind of our routine, and Mrs. Martin is nothing if not a creature of routine.
She's half Russian, right?
Just routine, not necessarily a plan, but a routine.
Okay.
But I mentioned before, I believe on the show, Bjorn was in at Christmas,
Yes.
and he polished off my bottle of the first release of Faithfully
The
Crafted,
Trinity blend.
the Trinity blend. Loved it, thought it was one of the best. So
Mhm.
it has a huge fan. And he wanted, jokingly, because again, we've mentioned this on the show, he is a recent convert. He admires the deacons here. He's spoken to Brother Andre as well, but Francis and Robert he's spoken to. And he wanted me to save the bottle and get it filled with water and get it blessed so there would be a bottle of holy water in the house.
In the faithfully crafted
In
bottle.
the faithfully crafted bottle.
I love that boy. I'm telling you, that's so
so he's,
brilliant.
you
It's
know,
not a bad idea.
Not at all.
So again, listeners, Faithfully Crafted is a log steel collaboration with the Archdiocese of Louisville. The first release was called the Trinity Blend. It was the blue bottle, 5,000 bottles, limited release. It was out a couple of years. He polished off all of mine, wanted me to save the bottle because I was getting ready to throw it out. And I happened to mention to Mrs. Martin that, Francis has emailed us here, or not emailed us, but mentioned in the secure communications channel that the new release was out, the Bishop's Blend.
This is the second of three.
Second of three. And I mentioned that, and she somehow or another got completely out of routine. Again, I'm not sure, pod Mrs. Martin or what.
She loves me.
Maybe she had a
It's
small
my-
stroke
my
or something you didn't even
influence.
realize.
I know. I ask her all the time, do you smell toast? 'Cause
Or oranges or something like
yeah,
that.
I mean, I don't know what's going on with her, but she wanted to throw off routine and drive out to Log Still in New Haven. Again, at the other end of the road from the ranch, Cajun's Ranch.
On the other side of the creek.
She's never
Pretty
even been
much.
out there or anything. And usually she's very indulgent about me buying one bottle of bourbon, but she's talking about going out there and getting a couple bottles.
A case.
And so it ends up being, I was like, hey, I can't go out there and not offer to get the guys some. So we ended up buying a case. And then once we're out there, we discover that, yes, if you buy the new stuff, they will let you also buy one of the few remaining bottles of the previous release. So now I've got
But I was special. I got two the day I went
got
up there.
two, yeah.
Mhm.
So I now have a fresh bottle of the Trinity Blend and 3 bottles now of Faithfully Crafted the Bishop's Blend. One will probably end up a gift. We'll keep the other 2. But I did bring Francis 1 bottle and Roberta's here 2 bottles.
Yes.
So
Because
what was the total bill on this little trip?
dude, it was nearly 500
4
bucks
bill-
worth
oh.
of-
Yeah.
yeah.
$60 a bottle, more or less.
Yeah. So it's 7 bottles. Yeah. So you're right at plus tax, almost 5 bills.
Mm-hmm.
And with Mrs. Martin not even blinking at 5 bills worth of bourbon,
Now, granted, she knew she
Again,
was going to get reimbursed.
yeah,
but still.
recompensated
theory.
for some of it. But
But that's a lot of money.
it's
is.
like, and she had a ball.
It's a lot of float.
She had a ball.
Yeah,
she,
it is.
She took pictures of Log Still, the distillery, the tasting room, the water tower. She'd never been out there. We drove past the ranch and waved at Cajun and Mrs. Cajun real quick.
Mhm.
He ended up there later in the day
I did.
and did the same thing. Basically, bought a couple of cases of the new release. So that is our special bourbon for the episode.
Yes, the
Mhm.
Bishop's Blend.
The Bishop's Blend, the red bottle, red label bottle of Faithfully Crafted, the Log Still and Archdiocese of Louisville collaboration.
Yes, we've gone in previous episodes over the hullabaloo over it, so we won't talk about that. But I got to say,
But this has been a very Log Still heavy recording session.
yes,
That was
yes,
the drinkable alcohol.
Yes,
and
that was the
I'm not even
drinkable.
going to talk about that floor cleaner crap you had.
yeah. That
That-
I'd rather
that-
have the original Trader Joe's bourbon.
Oh, the ancient age is better than that.
I've brought worse.
That I don't know. I didn't even have any because
That-
the
that-
smell
I'm-
was so repulsive. to
I'm
me.
not even going to talk about it because it shouldn't be in the same discussion.
as real bourbon.
as this
Yeah.
awesome,
Well, we wa-
awesome Wally Dant creation here. Again, to me, this is another huge hit for Log Still.
Yeah.
Very, very happy to have
Listeners, if you do not buy Log Still bourbon,
What's wrong with you?
find some way to get, at the very least, the Monks Road small batch. That's about a $35 to $40 bottle. Get that at least. It's really good. Bjorn doesn't care for it, but this he will love.
The high proof single barrel that's the 120 proof
Uh-huh.
they do. That's a really good one. I mean,
Kicking pants.
Again,
Yeah.
47. Cajun had 47 on our last show.
We've had the
He
Remington.
loves it. We had the
Smooth.
Remington. Those are all Log Still products. These are.
I have
excellent.
more log still product on my shelf even before you brought these bottles
Yeah.
than anything else, even than the Old Forester.
Yeah.
I've currently got 4 of those.
I think this is a huge hit. I love it.
This is
Absolutely love it.
It is really
It's
good.
got some fruit notes in it, like we said, cherry, citrus. I think it'd make an excellent old fashioned.
yes, I think you are correct. Yes,
Like I said,
cherry.
it's got just enough of a bite to really make that work. I think.
you know, Mrs. Martin does not drink. Well, she has a lot of medication and don't mix well with alcohol, but she did try a little bitty snort of it. She does not drink anything with sugar in it, so she has that good palate. And she immediately said cherries. I was like, "Look at this! Look at this! Like, you should be tasting everything we do."
Right.
What a how awesome. But this is a huge hit. I think Bjorn will love this one too.
Yeah, it's a nice compliment to the first one because I was worried it was just going to be another version of that
more
one,
more of the same, but it's
but it's
different.
not. The other one was very smooth and creamy, and this one just has enough of a bite to really. It's got a good mouthfeel. It's a very rich flavor.
It's a little bit of a
Like a kiss
spine
more than-
straightener, but
yeah, more than hug.
Yes,
It's
I think it's
good.
definitely more kiss than hug. Now the 40.
Bolder is what I would.
Yes, bold
Yeah.
is a good way to put it.
it
Yes.
is a bolder flavor, but it's so good.
I don't know we don't know what the age statement on it is, but it feels like it's got a good age to it.
Yeah, we couldn't. Cajun did a little work on that and couldn't find it.
No,
That's
no,
what
it
it's
just
to
said some of these barrels can go up to 14 years or so that they used to blend in these. Of course, that's not all it is by any means. It could be a 4-year-old to a 14-year-old blend. I mean,
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Yeah, it is a blended,
Which is fine. That's the
how
norm.
that's how
really.
you achieve this kind of a flavor, though.
Yeah.
Is you're blending to this profile. But Francis, what about you? What did you think of it? But
The bold is the word that I used with
Yes.
regards to that. It kind of it stays in the mouth, doesn't go up, doesn't go down. I'm able to pick up the cherry and maybe a little vanilla.
Mhm.
It's surprisingly it's bolder, but it's smoother. That's the way I see it.
Smoother than what?
I don't.
The previous.
I don't think it's.
You think it's smoother than the
other one's
Trinity?
smoother. I think the other one's
just-
smoother and
it's
easier
Got
drinking.
to bark a little heavier, but yes, it's.
Yeah, I think it's far smoother than the first one. I think is smoother than this.
I think that this is kind of like turning up the volume.
Yeah.
To me, which would imply not as smooth, but all right.
No, no,
There-
smooth for me
yeah.
is irrelevant of that. It's just got
Hmm.
the lack of pepper and pop. There's no pop here. It comes straight out.
Well, no, we're having it on the rocks.
I understand.
See, nobody calls soft drinks pop in this room.
Well, I wasn't meaning pop
No.
as in pop. Yeah.
Yes, I know, but that was
Yeah,
kind
all
of.
a sudden, it took me a second to go back to your Michigan roots and realizing what the hell you're saying here.
Yes.
Got it now. Okay. Yes. No, we're not.
But it bolder. There is a flavor I can't pick out though. A strong flavor that I can't
Boldly going where no
I
bourbon has
can't-
gone before.
quite thumbnail.
Oh, it's watered down.
I think we'll
But-
get a little anise of licorice off the back end.
Maybe that's
Sits.
it. Maybe it's like a
It
licorice.
doesn't show up till it sits for a
I
while.
can't
Yeah.
pick that up, but
But it's not like that like ick licorice.
Right.
It's like a sweet licorice, but I'm super impressed.
It's not like black licorice. No.
No, it's more like anise flavoring.
Imperator. What's your schnoz picking up over there?
Fennel.
What?
Fennel.
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 Fennel. Really? Okay.
That falls within that line.
I don't dispute it. I do not dispute it.
Anise, fennel, they have similar.
Yes.
That's
So
what's
far.
Yeah,
so fun
I
about
couldn't
so
tell you
many-
what either one of those actually taste or smell
Similar
like. So I,
profiles.
So that's
Uh,
like a baking spice, but like a super out there one.
No,
No, it's
Those
like
use-
fennel seeds.
yeah, fennel seeds.
They use fennel seeds and
They a lot of people chew
On top
those
of things and
instead
so
of
forth.
licorice.
okay.
There's
Take
a-
your word for it. I
There's a
just don't have the
potency
experience.
to both of those.
You'll find it at a number of ethnic restaurants. Will at the front door by the register, they'll have a bowl of fennel seeds for you to help clear your palate as you're going out.
Interesting.
Fascinating.
I wouldn't think of this as something I would clear my palate with.
No,
Yes.
no. But it.
But I mean, I just because
yeah. But no. I
interesting. No matter what, it is a pardon the pun, well crafted
Yes.
bourbon.
that it is.
Might even
Mhm.
say
Uh,
fake.
Yeah.
And then on the flip side, the thing that we don't really name that the Emperor tried to poison us with today is a pumpkin blend bourbon, so it
something.
We're
says.
finally naming it for
So,
our listeners.
It's called Pumpkin Something, and
It's something, all right.
it's veteran made, and it's got an interesting label. It's a cat blowing up a pumpkin. The Family Troublemakers Pumpkin Spice Bourbon whiskey with pumpkin spice flavors. Now, this is not really bourbon because
No.
technically it's only 60 proof, so technically that is not bourbon. It
Yes.
has to be
Oh,
80 proof.
And bourbon can't be flavored.
Well, it's kind of a
Mm,
Well, I mean,
I-
people do it, but I mean, bourbon is supposed to be bourbon by itself without flavorings.
But that's the thing, though. Everybody gets all kinds of different tasting. So it's kind of a. I mean, you can't add certain things. Like I couldn't dump a gallon of liquid cherry into bourbon.
you can, but
Well, I think
Also
that's
touch it.
when.
Why would you want to? Yes.
Well,
I
yes. Oh, no wonder. Distilled by Middle West Spirits, Columbus, Ohio.
Lord.
And you see,
Says the
his
Michigan
Michigan-born
fan.
prejudice
Yes,
comes out
there
whether
it
he
does.
wants it to
Now
or
I know
not.
why this tastes, or why this. I didn't taste it. Why this smells so
Rank?
noxious.
So much like Ohio State.
Smells
right?
like
Something
Ohio
like
State.
that. Yes. Directions spice.
Why
things
does
up.
Ohio not fall into Kentucky because Michigan sucks? No, did I say that?
Mm.
No, that's
and
the other
Kentucky
way around.
blows.
No. Why doesn't Kentucky fall into the Ohio? Is because Tennessee sucks and Indiana blows.
Okay, there you go. There's many variations on that,
Yes.
but hey, I'm
Yes.
just trying to hit Robert in the hackles. and
So,
stuff like that.
what did you call this? Floor cleaner.
It's floor cleaner.
Yeah, I thought it smelled a little bit like Pledge.
It's yeah. I mean, you could definitely polish a table with that crap.
Yeah. Flavors of allspice, pumpkin, clove, cinnamon, and ginger. Which, on the surface, none of that sounds like a bad thing. Maybe not altogether, but yeah. Honestly, I just thought it was noxious. Now, Cajun thinks he can do something with this.
Yeah.
I'm thinking around next fall,
Mhm.
between Halloween and Thanksgiving and so forth, it would be some kind of cocktail mixed drink thing. I think I can do a little something with that.
And I think we'd all be willing to let you try it if we don't
Yeah,
have to
I mean,
taste it in the raw again.
give you props for your mixology skills on
Talk
that.
about tolerance.
Yeah, really.
That's yeah.
Good segue because we are at
Honestly,
almost an hour here, and it's getting late. We got Mick's event to go to.
Here's to Wally for the faithfully crafted.
Absolutely,
Amen.
Bishop's Blend's another huge hit to me.
It
I
is.
love
It is.
I absolutely love it.
So, oh my gosh, there's so many things I wanted to talk about today that we haven't even gotten to.
Give us the quote again as we always do.
Mhm.
Hang on. Let's see. I lost the page here. Hang on. Tolerance is the virtue of the man without convictions, which I think basically is just saying, as Cajun pointed out early on, basically, if you don't believe in anything, you'll believe in everything.
Yeah, and everything and anything.
Yeah, there are no standards. There's no foundation.
No objective reality.
Yes, I think this, even though this would not have been a same kind of intellectual, for lack of a better term, milieu. I don't want to overuse the term.
Yeah, it gets a lot of press.
It does, but it works.
Zeitgeist is that
Oh yeah, zeitgeist. That's a good one. That's yes. We'll give you a word boner for that.
word
one.
boner?
Yes. In because we danced around this a little bit. There's a lot modern thinking, postmodern thinking, technically, is that everything can be deconstructed, right?
Yep.
That meaning is fluid, like a lot of things are
Yep.
called fluid.
Fluidity, that's a very good word.
Yeah.
Very
And that-
apropos.
Any meaning of any word can be changed at any time. And on a strictly technical sense, yes.
Language is assigned meaning by consent.
Yes, by conventional usage.
Yeah.
So in that sense, yes, but the tendency seems to be, well, no, we can just change it on a whim, and we can decide that this now means this.
Yep.
And that, I think, is the epitome
In the absence
of this
common
statement.
sense or common consensus.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to throw around things like absence of common sense because,
Common consensus, then.
yeah, because
there
and
will
the
be
reason I say
opposition to
that, because, Martin was talking about things like that, and the reason I don't care to do that as much is because that is a very pejorative way to talk
It
about.
is, yeah.
And because now, granted,
What is
it may
common
be
sense for
true.
what is common sense for many may not be common sense for all.
Well, as people, a common aphorism is that common sense is not
Yeah.
common.
Perhaps
um,
that is its own episode.
Perhaps.
But that's one of those things that goes back to like occasionally. So when we used to be very self-reliant, when we used to have to do things for ourselves, we had common sense, and things that didn't.
Work.
Yeah, things
Maybe
that
a better
didn't-
term
didn't
instead
work.
of common sense is practical sense.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, things that didn't work to keep us alive, we discarded. And now that we have all this,
That is
leisure,
a very good deconstruction, to
Yeah.
use your word, Robert, of the term of common sense. It's because it has been tried and true by a great number of people over time, but times have changed.
Yeah, now that we have all this,
Technology.
Well,
time,
it's not
and-
technology. It's that we are a very wealthy and affluent society. I've talked about this a lot.
Which was
Yeah.
brought about
Is-
by technology.
Some, yes,
What-
yes.
But also technology was the result of said. So-
It's kind of a
Symbiotic?
hand-in-hand kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I've talked about this before, and that is that a lot of the social strife that we see is a result of that affluence. When you are busy
First world
trying to keep
problem.
yourself alive,
yep,
this stuff doesn't come up.
You don't have time to navel gaze when you're worried about making sure you got enough firewood for the winter.
Right.
yeah,
And it's
Yeah,
not to say
exactly.
navel gazing is useless, because obviously, what are we doing except navel gazing, especially in a code of honor? I mean, think about it. But when you are as safe as you could possibly ever hope to be as a society,
oh yeah, yeah. I mean, at this
you
moment,
have
yeah.
the ability
Mhm.
to start thinking, well, all of this is crap. And
all these social structures are a straitjacket on my emotions and my self-expression, and
right.
I'm going to
Since
go
I
get
don't have-
purple hair
Since I
and a
don't
ring
worry
through my
then-
nose.
So I
As
don't
the
have to worry
quote
about where my
says, do
excuse-
you have the balls to do something about it?
I'm pretty sure that's not in the quote.
No, that's my translation.
Yes.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's,
Yeah, I mean, do you have the fortitude to go seek a moral system for yourself
I like my version
and
better.
and to throw off these things that you decided you believe in that don't fit that?
Since you don't have
moral
to worry
standard.
about food, shelter, and temperature control and all those sort of things, that's done
Mhm.
for you. No matter where you go, that's available in this country
yes,
with just enough.
very little,
and very
really.
little in many cases. That's
Yeah.
right.
Mhm.
But yeah, so I think that tolerance, in many ways, the kind of tolerance that we would consider the negative kind,
Mhm.
the harmful kind, perhaps, is the fruit of our own success as a society.
Yeah,
Wouldn't disagree.
yeah. I mean, there was
Take a
a
trip to the third world, or even certain areas within the first world here, Appalachia, for example,
Mhm.
where poverty is rampant, and it is
And drug
very-
use.
And it's correct because we live in the first world country. That's where that's at.
Mhm.
Whereas if you go to certain areas of sub-Saharan Africa,
You go to Somalia, for instance.
that's,
A lot of the stuff that people want to be tolerated here, you would get killed for there.
That's right.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying that that's a good thing.
No, not at all.
That's an absolute bad thing.
Somalia is one of the, I don't want to say anomalies, but it is certainly one of the most dangerous areas in Africa.
It is the most spectacular example of a failed state that you
Right.
will find.
Whereas in most cases, most African nations, at least sub-Saharan, are pretty stable these days. Now they have their moments, but as a general rule, you don't have internecine tribal.
I don't know if that's true.
You'd be surprised. I've done a little research on this for one of my recent short stories that takes place in Angola, and a lot of stuff that we remember is not necessarily the case. After Zimbabwe and other places, not to say they're perfect, but Somalia is a stark contrast.
I'll grant
what-
you
to what
that.
we're
Yeah, I
having-
mean, to
but
a
I mean-
lot of other places in East Africa, especially, they're generally somewhat stable, even if they aren't democratic. They're stable.
I don't know.
There are a few exceptions.
Burundi.
Burundi,
yeah,
the
exactly.
genocide in Burundi and all that, and then
But you have so many of the other African nations.
Zaire and places like this that
That's right.
kind of fell apart.
Democratic Republic of the Congo, for example.
Yes.
You know, it's
Yes,
Zimbabwe.
Leopold's legacy lives on.
Yeah,
yeah, and it's actually a pretty decent place if you can avoid snakes. That's part of the story that I just wrote. He's read it. You guys will get the chance to because during the 70s and the 80s there was a civil war in Angola. It was pretty wicked, and it became a communist.
it's very much a proxy
Thank you.
East-West proxy thing.
Yes, us versus the Cubans in particular, but the communists in general.
Soviets, yeah.
So yeah, a lot of things have changed. I've spent a lot of time researching all that just for one little short
Yeah.
story. But,
Well, your Cuban history is probably going to be rewritten soon.
oh, do tell.
Well, yeah, it's going to become one of our states.
Yeah, that's the next target when we get done with Iran.
Oh, we're going.
We took care of Venezuela.
So Cuba is next.
Cuba is next.
Cuba's next.
See,
Yeah.
you guys got that. Yeah, that's right.
Yep. Cuba is next.
Well,
Yep.
we shall-
Apparently, we're going to be peaceful when it comes to Greenland. Maybe it's because they're a bunch of white people. I don't know. That was a
Okay.
joke. Okay, I didn't
under-
really mean it
I
that way. You know,
understand.
it was supposed to be irony.
You brought it out, and hey, let the chips fall where they may.
Well, you know, it's
It was-
sometimes if it looks like a duck, walks like a duck.
It was a movie that was worth a sequel, so it's got to be something, right? You saw the movie Greenland?
No.
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 Gerard Butler,
No.
post-apocalyptic.
Never
No.
saw that one.
No.
If you like post-apocalyptic, which I detest, by the way, it was very good.
Well, we're still friends with you, me and Cajun.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
But they just released a sequel on it that takes
Okay.
place after the
Huh.
apocalypse. Which, hey, it's Gerard Butler. We all love him from 300, many other things. It's worth a look.
Oh yeah.
So, excuse me. Sorry.
Do you need me to fill the space?
No. That's quite all right. I don't know. that
Feel
you-
which space?
This is Sparta.
Thank you. I was waiting for that.
or because Spartan women give birth to real men. Is that
We
why
can go
Spartan
on
women
and
is?
on about quotes from 300
Yes.
guys.
Anyways, discussion went in interesting directions. I don't want to cut it off necessarily, but we are running late on time here because
Yep.
we went really long on the other one. But I
Yep.
do want to do a quick review. Where you at?
So I'm still in the final scene. I did add. I realized I had a little kind of a part I needed to flesh out. I added 3 scenes, 3 small scenes. So I am a little over 79,000.
Excellent.
So
excellent.
tickling the 80,000 line, and just got to get through that last scene.
Awesome. Good to hear it. We have a publication date yet there for book number 2?
No, it has been delayed. I haven't talked to you guys about this. I have mentioned it to him.
Meaning
because-
Cajun.
Cajun. Sorry, yeah, we're audio only. Yeah, they're going to be delaying all their new releases at this point. So we have to have
Why?
some, because they're concentrating on their Black Spine program, which is releasing classics in the Black Spine.
In other words, they're concentrating on the pure profit
I
products.
understand, but that's exactly correct. That's right.
Mhm.
So they just released even though I was next online, they released their list of the new ones that are coming out in 26, and I'm not on it.
So,
Interesting.
So we'll
Mhm.
have a discussion offline about that.
Yes, I would very much like to hear about that because that's concerning for a lot of reasons.
I want to. We're going to meet our buddy Mick.
We can
for
talk to
lunch
him about
afterwards.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You bet your ass. That's one of the
Yes.
things I'm going to talk about.
Okay. And so my quick update.
It's
'Cause I
not
know
something I've talked to you all
Yeah.
about yet. That's right.
Martin doesn't like to let me off the hook either when it comes.
Absolutely
to
not.
So moving along a little bit slowly. It's just been a crazy beginning of the year for a lot of reasons.
Yep.
But moving along slowly with my edits. I'm into the third quarter of the book. And while I've been doing that, actually, while I've been reading some other things, which I really enjoyed, that I want to talk to Cajun about because I think you'll enjoy these authors that I've, or this author that I found. Some ideas about putting the main character into some more peril, some more ramifications and stuff going on. Mostly it's punching up some existing things. I need to move some older scenes out, which have been on stuff that I've been thinking about doing anyways. But really, it's moving along. Not as fast as I would like, but it's moving along.
It never does.
It never does.
That's right.
I think it's the result of trying to being a pantser the first time through. And even though when I started through the second time, actually midway through the first, but really with the second time, trying to be more organized, still trying to keep a similar structure, and I think that was probably a bigger mistake.
It's hard to kill your darlings sometimes.
It's not so much hard to kill the darlings because there's nothing left from the original draft.
Oh, really?
Not a
Okay,
single thing.
isn't that
Not
funny?
a single thing. The overall plot
Yeah.
is still the same,
Right.
but the actual scenes, not a thing left.
Okay. So you have killed your darlings.
I
That's right.
killed every first darling that I had.
Right,
Yes.
and a few seconds too, perhaps.
Yes, many seconds,
See, and that's where
and what have you.
that's the beating part of getting it down to
You
where you need
scorched
to be.
earth and waiting for the new growth to spring.
Something like that. I mean, I like I said, I have known exactly what I want to do. It's just occasionally that changes.
Well, hey, that's the beauty of it because leave room for the Holy Spirit, as we say. Leave room for
Absolutely.
that inspiration
Absolutely.
to realize it's better than you think it can be, but
Yeah.
it takes you the process to get there.
Yeah. So because of that, I know that a lot of stuff that I have to go back and do, which I'm trying to hold off on. But as where I'm at, I keep thinking, ooh, this is totally inappropriate for this section. So maybe I should go back and
Cut
do
her out.
that
Mhm.
to kind of. So I'm a little undecided on that, but
Yep.
I probably will get through a few more scenes before I make that final
Cut-
decision as to
cut it
whether or not to go back to the beginning.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's if you have to make that much change, move that much stuff around later, it's easy to lose the thread of what you had intended when you go back to the beginning because you're working basically on not two different books, but the changes are big enough to where the stuff that you've gone before no longer fits with the stuff that you're doing after.
Yeah, you have to do
Preconceived ideas
so
can either be
many
adapted or tossed.
full book
Yes.
edits. That's you.
Yes,
and
and it's not that this is
very different.
major changes, but it just
No.
it has it they
It affects flow.
it affects the flow. It affects the flow, and it affects what should happen when. And that's probably the biggest thing is the timing,
Yeah.
as well as some of the editing that
ultimately
Yeah,
you're writing a linear story, no matter what you're doing.
exactly.
Yeah.
exactly.
And that's a strength, but you've got to bow to it.
But the nice thing about that is that it makes me more excited to actually find the time to sit down and do the work, though. So I am in the middle, but I'm not stuck in the messy middle or however you wanna
Writing
put it.
Yeah.
or editing, you've got a full draft. But
Oh,
that's
yes,
not-
this
but
is-
that's not. But this is
This is editing, but there's going to be some after deciding. Oh,
rewrites.
I should do this because I think this works better. Some of it will be major, but most of it I think is still just larger edits.
and it's just
I'm not at the wordsmithing stage yet.
No. That's
But
what-
I still find myself doing some of that.
That's when
yeah.
you. Well, yeah, because it makes it easier for you to be able to get that inspiration. Like,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
realize. Oh, yeah, maybe I should be talking about that. No, I don't need to talk about that. And then
Yeah.
next thing you know, that's where you're at.
One more quick shout out because I discovered that I know yet another published author.
Oh yes.
Um,
There's two quick shout outs because
Yeah.
that and the Imperator needs to talk about his project real quick.
oh yes, we want to do that too. But just hey to Jacob Sharp.
Mhm.
He is published by Raconteur Press with Law Dog.
Law Dogs guys, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
and he's written a boys' adventure novel, Boy Among the Boxers, set during the Boxer Rebellion.
Oh wow.
So I'm like, man, that's really cool. I know yet another published author. He is a veteran, so he is working on a military memoir as well.
Okay,
Excellent.
absolutely.
That-
so,
So a nonfiction or
the book is
Kind
available.
of a fictionalized sort of.
Okay,
memoir.
okay.
If I understood his post about it, it's not ready yet.
Okay.
He's in negotiations with somebody to put that out.
All right, but his other book is
But
is
yes,
available.
The Boy Among the Boxers is available everywhere on Raconteur Press.
Jacob
Are
Sharp.
we, is
Jacob
he
Sharp.
local?
Bowling Green.
Okay, so is he going to be at Imaginarium?
I don't think he's going to be in an Imaginarium, but he is talking about trying to squeak in
Killer
to,
Nashville, maybe.
LibertyCon.
LibertyCon.
LibertyCon,
Chattanooga.
he's the one he wants to get to. And
He's
then-
on the wait list, I
he's
believe.
on the wait list. Yes,
All
that's
right, well,
correct. for
that'd be great to
LibertyCon.
find out because I'd love to buy it from him.
I would love for you guys to meet him.
That's right. Yeah, and I'll buy it just to support him.
Yes.
And I'd love to buy it from him and get it signed and all that stuff if that's what he's doing. If not, I'll get it on Amazon like normal. So, but
Yeah,
we want
so
to
I
support him.
would
and
love-
there's a problem with that being the default, but that's
That
another
is, but
discussion.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to put him together with you guys. It'd be awesome, awesome thing.
All right. Anything else?
Me?
And yes. So we want to. Yes. So you got a world record.
A
You're
world
challenging.
record.
I've got a world record coming up for water rockets. This is the
It's like a douche on steroids.
yeah, kind of.
Okay.
This is the open design unreinforced bottle world record. Right now it's up.
So a standard 1 liter plastic bottle.
liter.
Well, no,
is it 2 liter?
this particular one, the liters isn't the important part.
Oh, okay.
It's unreinforced.
It's unreinforced.
Yes. So it's just a
Made-
plastic
gotta
bottle.
be made out of, a beverage container, and no one had gone for this before, so it was pretty much an open thing. So I wanted to set something that was reasonable for people to aspire to try to beat.
Yeah. But
Uh,
it's basically air pressure,
air pressure with
pressuring
water,
the water.
water's reaction mass.
Yeah.
These particular launches, it was you have to go through, a logging altimeter. You have to get onboard video going, ground video going. All of it's got to sync up just right. 2 launches within 2 hours. We did 2 launches within 7 minutes.
Nice.
The next version of this will be at a lot higher pressure and a lot more.
You're attempting 1,000 feet.
1,000 feet will be this
1,000
next
feet
one.
of altitude, and
Yeah.
again, this is all going to be recorded on video because there's a
video on board.
onboard video and
Yes.
ground video
Yeah.
both.
Yeah, we have a
with an altimeter.
transmitting video camera in the rockets.
If you're
That's
not
awesome.
opposed to it when you can, because there may be
Yes.
reasons why you can't, we should post that to our Snakes and Otters YouTube channel.
Okay, yeah, I've got it on my YouTube channel. We're at Nautilus Rockets. It's one word, and the idea behind this is to get new, safe rocketry into schools.
Yeah.
They could be anywhere from, the designs are with our fin system and stuff, you could have 3-year-olds or 5-year-olds launching in just a couple of minutes.
Obviously, they don't need all the electronics.
They don't need all the electronics. Up to, at the high end, you're talking, you can hit 2 miles up at, a couple thousand PSI. The system's capable of handling 10,000 PSI.
It's probably a lot of reaction mass, though,
But
on that.
you've got
Yeah,
the fin piece
I've-
is online, and all it just takes is cutting it out
well, yeah,
and adhering it to the bottle,
exactly.
and then an air compressor, and boom.
Oh, not even an air compressor, bike pump.
Yeah, I was gonna say you do a bike pump,
You can
right?
do a bike pump,
Yeah.
hit a couple 100 feet, no problem. But the idea is it gets kids interested, excited, but you can also do all the math, trajectories,
Sure.
everything standard rocket, diagrams.
Yeah, this is especially
have you.
important now that the Artemis project's been delayed a bit.
It has been Artemis. The moon landing is delayed until at least 2028.
Yeah.
But the idea is the plans for our launching system are free, online, and safe. They're not going to blow up in your face.
Safe is not a thing I
As
usually
a,
associate with the Imperator.
Imperator-
Yeah, I
Imperator and
know.
safe.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe a safe word.
I know. I've been working on this since 2001. From the first designs that I did with
Wow.
this.
We wish you much, much, much success.
Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you.
We definitely
Very
want to
much
see you
so.
break this record.
Yes, absolutely. You got it. Yeah.
Oh, this one will be
Yeah,
bad.
the first one would be easy. Yeah, I think you've got that. Your anal retentiveness serves you well in this respect.
Yes, that it does.
So, all right, gentlemen, I think that pretty much covers it. Although I think we could probably go on and on about the.
Well, I guess
quote.
we haven't asked what's next, but I'm not sure we know.
We don't actually.
Oh, hey,
No, we haven't
ooh.
made that decision. So check in with us next time, folks. We do have
Possibly the film Highlander
Yes.
and the franchise.
And,
Franchise,
and
that's
oh,
possible.
that's
Henry
upcoming.
Cavill's
Maybe next
role in it,
episode.
getting it out there.
We'll be talking about that at some point in the future.
I did get a message from the Imperatrix. She has purchased 2 360-degree camera systems
Oh yes, you were talking about that earlier.
that, I don't know if
Could allow us to
Martin
go
would be-
video.
it would allow us to do this, and what it would do is put us each in separate screens, and whoever's speaking would go into a
Into the highlight box.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, one of us needs to win some lottery kind of money so that we can buy a place that we can build our own studio with a nice big conference table with
Snakes
a really
and Otters
nice
World Headquarters.
I'm
exactly
working on it.
world headquarters.
I'm working on it.
I know. We buy the lottery tickets all the time. That's what we're hoping for.
Yeah, just
Uh,
some place where we can none of this shifting places.
Permanent studio.
Permanent studio.
Catering.
Exactly, catering every time.
Masseuses.
Hold that.
Hold
thought.
that thought. Certainly nice bourbon bar. The whole bit. Party
Yeah,
central
we
for
might
Snakes and Otters.
freak Andre out with a little too much.
Well, that's true.
He's not an aspirational type. He loves
Yeah.
being middle class.
Yeah, but he
Could be
belongs
the
to St.
whole
Margaret
new
Mary.
version of the
His
newest
middle
bunny
class
club.
is bigger than our middle
I
class.
know he's
Yeah.
the most bougie parish of the whole archdiocese.
just
yeah.
about. I don't know. There are others too, but
Tiffany.
I don't know that I'd call them bougie, but they're definitely out there.
That they are.
So,
All right.
anyways, all right, gentlemen, we'll see you next time.
We hope you enjoyed another pointless discussion of eternal questions. Remember, new episodes drop every second and fourth Friday at 6 a.m. Eastern, just in time for your morning commute. And every fifth Friday, we drop a special Hoopajube episode. Spread the word we are on all the major platforms, and leave us a review. That helps others find us. We're also on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, as well as our website, snakesandotters.com. Join us next time, same snake time, same otter channel.